Hi, Sandra here from Creating Spain. Welcome to my channel, and today is another nail video. Well, almost, but not quite. What I want to do is talk to you about acrylic powder. Now, I have a tub here which is clear acrylic powder, although it looks white when you open it. But this is a standard acrylic powder. There's nothing special about it. It is of good quality as far as I'm aware, but it's just a normal acrylic powder. Now, it's become quite fashionable once again, and this came through many years ago and sort of faded out, and it's come back in, to use acrylic powders directly on the nail without moulding and that sort of thing. But I thought you might like to know that you can actually tint it very easily, as long as you don't want to use a really dark colour. I've got one here that I've tinted myself to a pale pink, and in fact I'm wearing it at the moment, and it's very, very easy to tint. Now, what I use to tint it were these, which are pastel chalks, or something of that grade. They are artist quality ones, and if I slide this open, you can see I've got a large range of colours. And all I did was I took one of the chalks and a craft knife, and I'll demonstrate onto my worktop here, just did that very gently, scraping the colour off onto a piece of paper, and then I tipped it into a jar. I had taken a teaspoon of that, put it into there, and added enough colour until I got the colour I wanted, shook it up, and hey presto, I've got pink. I also did it with a white sparkle, and with this one I put in some of the white chalk from the packet, and then I added some white glimmery eyeshadow, and it gives it a tiny amount of sparkle because I haven't put much in there. Now, the secret is in how much you put in. You don't put in a lot because it will obviously dilute the acrylic down, but you can get away with putting some in. So if you have a white acrylic powder but you want a pink, give it a go. I haven't tried it, but I imagine you could probably do the same thing with a set of children's chalks. So I'm just going to see how fine these powder up if I scrape them and see whether it looks like it would work. Yeah, no problem at all. In fact, that's really fine. No issue. If I scrape this one, I mean, apart from the fact that's a deeper colour, don't think there's much in it. So yeah, you might be able to find some chalks to do that with if you haven't got any of these artist ones. This set came from Lidl when it was on offer. I think it's on at €3 or €4. It certainly wasn't very expensive, and there's 25 different colours in there, including the white and the black. So there you go, 25 colours. So you could, in theory, be tinting as much of your acrylic as you wanted to for a very, very small cost indeed, and certainly a lot cheaper than it would be to buy specialty colours. Now, the only thing that I would say is that this one is a clear one, so it's quite difficult to make that opaque. But if you started off with a white one and a clear one, you could then make virtually any colour you wanted. This one looks, I think, very natural. I've got it on this now. Here you probably can't even tell that I've got a colour on, but I can tell that there's a colour there. And the way that I've actually used this is I painted my nail with a gel, just normal gel base coat, and then I tipped the very tip of my dipped the tip of my nail into the white to get the smile line. Straight away took it from that to the pink one, dipped the whole nail in, and then flashed it under the lamp to cure. Dust all the excess powder off, and then I was able to put my clear coats on as I wished, whether I want to put more clear of the acrylic powder on or whether I just use the acrylic, the gel, the clear gel. Now the advantage of doing that is if you happen to have quite fragile nails, it should strengthen the nail while you're growing them and stop them from breaking quite as easily. And when you dip your nails into acrylic, the finish is slightly gritty, so whatever you put on top of that stays quite nicely. But anyway, if you want to colour your acrylic powders, that's worth giving a try. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye bye.